Good morning, everybody. We are here with Brew this morning. So, Brew is one of our foster dogs right now. He will eventually be going up to the wonderful rescue up in Buffalo, New York, that a lot of our trainers go to because of one of my wonderful clients that's so dedicated to helping these awesome dogs. Um, Anyway, back to Pablo. See, I got Pablo in my head now. Pablo, who just got adopted, if anybody remembers him. Yay! So now we're hoping for Spot next. But we have Brew here. So Brew has been in the shelter for over 600 days now. So we wanted to get him out of there. We wanted to make sure that he could at least come to a house where he can learn to just be around a normal home setting and be around other dogs and learn some basic manners that, nobody has been able to just work with him just because he's been in a shelter setting. So one of the big things that you can see that we are going to be working on with Brew is going to be his leash pulling. So luckily, the last place that he was at, they did use slip lead with him. But you can tell he hasn't been reinforced to do pressure and release just yet. But he is so smart that he's picking up on what I am asking from him really quick. So luckily, let me just fix this for you real quick. So as we know with slip leads should not be placed down low near a dog's trachea. They should be placed as high up as you can possibly get it, framing their skull. This is going to control the dog rather than choke the dog. So I am able to communicate and add pressure to pressure points with Brew now. Brew? So all I'm doing is adding 2 fingers worth of pressure. It is not a lot of force. Less is more. 2 fingers worth of pressure until his booty hits the ground. Brew. So he's still in conditioning, and also it's raining, so he's like, good boy. Right, so as soon as his butt hits the ground is when that pressure releases. So we're going to make sure that we're really working on conditioning him to pressure and release and no leash pulling. So regardless if you are out on a walk with your dog, if you ever have a dog that's pulling forward with even that much force of pressure, that's pulling. And if you walk forward with that pressure, you are reinforcing to your dog that, yes, we move with pressure. And they will pull harder because they want to move faster, right? So, and then you have this dog that is so strong at pulling, and it's just because they want to move fast. But that's really teaching them we move when you pull. If we do the opposite and we teach them we only move forward when there is zero tension, and anytime there is tension, I'm going to stop and communicate to you that I need that to stop. So we can do that with pops. So see, with pops, I can pop and release that tension right away. So I'm saying, hey, pay attention, but it goes away right away. I'm not moving. I'm not reinforcing that we're going to keep going forward. You can see his slip lead has already slipped down. I'm also going to be conditioning him to doing transitional, which is where the slip lead goes around their muzzle. But he likes to go on his back paws a lot. He is a jumper, a counter surfer, so he likes to stand. So we are going to make sure that we condition him properly to that. So just a quick little, insight as far as to how we're going to start working with him. And these are the beginning stages of how you're going to train your dog to walk nicely on a leash, not just in a heel, but even when we go out to potty. So I never let my dogs pull me around. I do what I call the lawnmower, which is where I pull them in towards me and then immediately release tension, right? So if they go that way, I'm going to pull him to me and say, no, we're not going to do that, right? I don't have to say it with my words. I'm communicating it with pressure, right? That's going to be a lot more reliable and is going to be a lot more effective for your dog to understand than if you just try and say, no, stop pulling. Hey, no, stop. stop it, don't do, that's not going to help, right? So if I move forward right now, I'm teaching him that's okay. If I lawnmower him, and he's really strong, he's a strong puller, so I have to give a pretty decent lawnmower pull right now, but it's just enough. Again, I'm as light as I possibly can be to be effective. Now, eventually, once we get him to really stop even going to the end of the leash and trying to continue to move forward, like, this is fine. We can move forward together like this. That's cool. But if he goes to sniff something and he's so excited that he bolts over to it, I'm going to plant my feet. And as soon as he gets to the end of that line, I'm going to pop him back to me to reinforce, no, you don't get to pull. So again, like I said, these are the beginning stages of how we're going to reinforce leash pulling, how we're going to start doing some loose leash healing with him. I will also have some videos on how we're going to do transitional with him. I can even do some for the training, for the conditioning aspect of that, so that whoever potentially adopts him or fosters him can continue education with him, so that he has the best possible chance to get a home. Because if somebody takes him out for a walk and he immediately starts pulling them, it's going to make it not as easy to get them adopted. He is such a sweet boy. He's playing great with the other dogs. He's all around. He's done great. He likes toys. He's good in his crate. The only time he cries in his crate is when other dogs are out playing and he's not, because I have puppies right now and we had a little dog group. So, and when I took him out with big dog group, he was very big player. So, we had to separate, but that was really the only time he barks in his crate or anything. But you can see how many times I'm reinforcing every single time. I'm just not going to let that happen, right? And then eventually, I don't have my pole on me, but what you can use is like really any kind of pole. I use a stick sometimes if I don't have my pole on me. But using like a horse whip. See how I had to just release all that pressure? Because we want this loose. We don't want, he's so used to just going for walks, and I'm sure, it's not the responsibility of the shelter to teach him to not do that. But we're going to have to break a lot of bad habits. There we go. So yeah, keeping that nice and high, positioning it really properly. So like, watch just having it positioned properly, how much easier it is for me to walk him, right? So right away I can communicate, no, I need you to stop doing that. But the pressure has to go away. So with him, he doesn't understand yet that as soon as pressure goes away, I get to move again. So we have to teach him pressure means calm down. This is a lot harder in the rain. This is a lot harder, and I know, Bruce, too. You're so sweet, my hand. Such a sweet boy. So yeah, all in all, I just wanted to kind of give everybody just a little update and an introduction to Brew. Show you guys a little before video. He's been with me. I picked him up Saturday, I believe. My goodness, you've been with me a few days already. This weekend was busy with Borders. But yeah, he's going to be with me until early December. So we have a little bit of time to work on trying to condition him to being a little bit nicer on a leash. So stay tuned. I'll have some more videos. We're going to continue working with him so that we can get him the best possible chance to find his forever home. So have a good one, guys. Say bye, Brew.